Good morning, Breakfast with the Broker every Tuesday morning. Thanks for joining us. Listen, we are live at RE/MAX R4 Video Summit, aren't we? Live.
Yeah. Sure.
So, Jeremy Blanton is one of the original video summits, and we wanted to do something for Michael Thorne and Jesse Peters, who couldn't be here. So, hey, Mike. Hey, Jesse. So, listen, we have a very special guest here. I mean, like, really special.
It's kind of a big deal.
She is a very big deal. And you know what happens when you're a big deal? You get kidnapped. That's what happens, isn't it? Yeah, when you're like famous and you're like big.
True.
Yeah.
Very true.
That reminds me. I have a picture that says fat kids are harder to kidnap.
Very true.
She's not fat though.
Nope.
She's got a big head.
That's not nice thing to say.
So we have kidnapped Kristen Long over here at Breakfast with the Broker in the video summit at RE/MAX R4. And we are auctioning off. We already have a bid of $100 for Kristen Long. She is can't be with us right now, but I'm telling you right now, who wants to bid more than $100? Go ahead. Look, Michael Nathanson's in. All right, let's go.
I think Michael wants to bid.
Michael wants to bid? Maybe. Let's see.
And Kristen says she's a 10.
She's a 10?
Definitely a 10.
She's definitely a 10. Yes, absolutely. And for me, I mean, then I must be a 4.
I'm at least a 2.5.
All right, good. So let's honestly, we want to talk about video because Jeremy Blanton does some great things across all platforms. And tell us a little bit about how you got involved in video and why do you think it's important?
Well, I started video, it's been like 10 years ago, it seems. And I knew it was an important thing. Oh, geez, John Mangus has shown up in the house. Yes, we want 100 for her head.
Well, listen, we already have $100 for head, so we actually want 125 or 110. How about 101? Do I hear 101? And it goes to Children's Miracle Network, just so you know.
Thanks for seeing me.
And you know what? And you get this beautiful 10 head.
Beautiful.
She said it's self-proclaimed 10.
Yep. So I got a video probably 10 years ago. And, I just was kind of goofing around with it a little bit. And it kind of accidentally happened. I was making a video for my grandmother, actually, of my daughter playing with a toy. And I put it on YouTube so I could share it with everyone easy. And the freaking thing went off and had 1 million views. And I'm just like, holy cow, this video of a stupid doll. And it's just my kid sitting there playing with this thing. It was just something people really wanted. And so I knew that there could be a really good business built out of video. And, now my business is pretty much all done in video. I hate calling. It is for the kids. We have a bid of 101. But we're not going to go by this once. I think he needs to go at least 120. I mean, we know he's loaded. If not, take a loan from your bro. He's the lending guy, right? So
yeah,
you can get that. But
we have $101 bid. Let's see if we get Esther Clark's over here. She is amazing. She's gone ahead and done an amazing thing for CMN as well, Children's Miracle
my
Network.
Name across the lobby. I'm gonna come say hi.
Esther
Hey,
Clark,
boys.
Breakfast with the Broker.
Good morning.
We're up to $101 for Kristen's head.
101.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put in 102.
Oh, 102.
Because I really want one of those. Like,
cannot.
honestly, I want the big one.
I know, but someone said I have to ship it back to Kristen.
Well, I did write a lot of
know.
lovely things on the back of it for her, so I guess that's fine if she gets it back. So if we're talking about, money for CMN, then yes, I'm gonna give you 102. Who am I bidding against though? Last time I bid against Jesse Peters and he got mad at me.
Yeah, no, you're bidding against Michael Nathanson. So
Michael,
you're fine.
do I even know Michael Nathanson?
Yes, you do. Sold by the bros.
sold by a bro.
Oh, yeah, sold by
just one bro?
A bro. Well, the other bro kind of quit selling real estate and went to selling loans.
Can I be your bro?
Oh, for $125.
Oh,
Ooh.
Did he just bid up?
Ooh, things just jumped.
Thank you.
Oh, if you want the giant head, it's going to be $250 or more.
Oh my gosh, Kristen, do not sell that
head.
giant head. I wrote really nice things about you.
We'll take a picture of it.
Take a picture of it.
And some not so nice things too.
So whoever just said great earrings, these are for sale on the RE/MAX Big Give in the auction for R4. So if you need that link, you hit up this man over here and he will get it to you. But yeah, you can have a little piece of that for you. Hey, Michael, 102, brother. I mean, if we're bros.
That's awesome.
All right, boys.
All right.
I'll talk to you later.
Definitely. So she was at the Children's Miracle Network.
Where were we?
We were talking about your grandma.
My grandma? We were talking about
video. Yeah, video.
This is what happens at this thing. Don't be surprised if we get interrupted a few more times at least. It's okay. It happens. So video. So I do most of my business through video because I don't like making calls. I don't want to sit at a computer all day and just be calling people and be told over and over, no. It's a little disappointing and depressing to me. It makes me not want to go do anything then. I tried that. I had a coach and she's like, you need to make calls, at least 25 calls a day. And I'm like, so this last year, we have accountability partners at our office and a guy who just kind of oversees it all. And he's like, so what are you going to do? Oh, you can't bid 102. It's already been at 102.
No. Michael Nathan did 102. It was at 101.
No, she went 102. He was at 101.
You got to go 103. Sorry,
no. You need to go at least 120 and just seal the deal on this thing until someone else shows up. Let's get you in the bidding. So, he asked me, he's like, what are you going to do to generate business here? We got to do something. Because first I thought, man, I got this huge social media presence and network of people. I don't have to do anything. It's just going to come fall in my lap. And it didn't. See, look, we got people telling, it was Esther. So, I started to create videos and do them consistently. And I now see 2-3 leads a day, basically. But what's awesome with these leads, these people come in and they're like, Jeremy, I want you. I don't want anybody else. I've seen your videos. You are the person. It's like even people in my office who have clients buying in Myrtle Beach are coming to me and saying, we watched this guy in your office, Jeremy's videos. And like, they come in and like, we can't wait till we move to the area. We just have to stop by the office to meet you. Like become like this local celebrity. It's a little weird at times. Luckily, I'm a fat guy, so I don't have to worry about being kidnapped, right?
Me neither.
We're safe, I think. We're secured and anchored.
We needed the wide-angle lens on our computer here for a camera. A little bit.
Here, we can just push it back. Maybe if we put it over at the other table on the other side of the room.
We're naturally socially distant.
Yes. We make our own social distance. For sure. But, so we just I do the videos, man. Once a week, I try to put it out. And, what's kind of funny is I don't do it the way a lot of people would, where they take it and share it in 17 million people. Oh, look, there's the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Gary Ashton.
Oh,
you should
Gary. What's up?
I wonder if we get him to bid.
This is number one in the world. We're on Breakfast with the Broker. You want to come say hi?
Come around here and say hello a minute. Bring the dogs with too.
This is number one in the world.
He's kind of a big deal.
He's a big deal. He's from Tennessee.
Yeah. Come over here.
He's got a real thick Tennessee South African accent.
Hi, baby.
This is Gary Ashton, number one in the world.
In the world.
Yep, for Remax.
Number one team.
Number one team. That's even bigger. Absolutely. And a really cute dog. So yes. I think my assistant actually asked you to come on. Or she will be asking you to come on maybe the next month or so.
Okay.
We'll talk about Breakfast with the Broker.
Cool. What's it called?
Stuff. It's called Breakfast with the Broker.
Oh, yeah.
So we
StreamYard, I like that.
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah. It's cool stuff.
Who's in the waiting room? Anybody?
No one's in the waiting room. It's just you.
We're kind of going live off the cuff here. We're auctioning off to fatheads if you'd like.
Would you like one Kristen Long?
The bid's at
$103 for CMN.
Right, and we have the big one at $250 right now.
Nice. I like it.
Don't you think she would look great on your wall in the office?
Fantastic.
Big fat head.
Let me check with the supervisor about it. Awesome.
Gary's awesome. He runs obviously an amazing team. Number one in the world at Remax, and
actually
and mainly because of the Remax dog.
Two of them.
Oh, I didn't even see the second one.
They're back here.
Oh,
they're just chilling.
That's awesome.
That's why you need one of those mobile webcams so you can actually just pick it up and move it around.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, come on, David. Let's
listen. I got to be more
Step
prepared.
It up. All right.
All right, Gary. Thank you very much for
I'll sit on the
popping
other
by.
side and listen.
All right, awesome. So when we're talking about video, you know, the problem when people kind of look at video and they say, well, you know, I don't want to be on video, or I don't know where to start. What am I going to do? You know, what's the first? What would be your recommendation for the first video that you would actually do?
So, kind of an interesting question. The first thing is just start doing something, anything. You know, we have some people in our office that they're in TikTok and they love it and they're getting business from it. We have others that are into Instagram and they're doing video on Insta and they're getting business from it. The dogs are fighting now over here, so yeah. But they're really cute. They're
really cute.
The one just pinned the other. It's kind of interesting. I'm sorry, distracted, shiny object. But you know, just the big thing I would say is just start somewhere, find something you're passionate about, just start talking about it, sharing it. You're going to connect with someone. You know, if I used to use this example a lot from the stage. If you're into quilting, talk about your quilting and how you did this special stitch and all that stuff. And you're going to connect with quilters. Oh, look, there's some other people. Those are guys. This is typical of what I see in my office. And they're probably going to go behind us, too, and do the same thing whenever I'm shooting video. But, you know, find something that you're interested in and just start talking about it. You know, I do a lot from time to time talking about stuff that I grill and that stuff. And, man, I keep telling people, I'm in Costco one day. And I'm just walking around, minding my business, pushing the cart, or as they say in South Carolina, the buggy.
The buggy?
Yeah, they call them buggies. I don't quite understand.
Okay.
But the shopping cart.
All right.
And, you know, this lady comes up and she goes, "Hey, I know you." And I'm like, "Okay." She's like, "I saw your video on smoking ribs." And I'm like, she's like, are you getting some more today? I'm like, "No, I'm just getting a couple things with my people." And, you know. Sorry, I'm really distracted by the dogs. So I want to go play.
You know, it's crazy because everyone has something to say, and people don't realize that, like, realtors, we connect communities. We go out in the communities, we care about the communities, and we do a lot of things for those communities. And talk about that. Basically, it's about what value are you going to bring a buyer, especially in this market. And as crazy as this, and we'll talk about this market. I mean, this market has a very low inventory and tons of buyers, tons of demand out there. But the weird thing is it's not localized. It's literally across the country.
It's everywhere.
It's almost like we have a housing shortage. Like we forgot how to build or whatever.
Exactly. Well, and you're down in Florida, so your market's similar to ours, where people are wanting to get out of the Northeast. They're tired of the snow. They're tired of the high taxes. They're tired of being stuck inside and all this, just craziness right now. And so I would say probably the first video, if I was just going to start and do one video, would be do the pros and cons of living in whatever your city is. Okay? Just whatever it is. And it's interesting because the way things have changed, and a lot of it depends on the network you're on, is how you should do it. So, Facebook videos, you want those 2-3 minutes, basically. You don't want them real long. But YouTube videos, 7 to 10 minutes you want them to be. And so make a list of 5 pros, 5 cons. Sit down, write out, and kind of think things through, and then make a video of, here's 5 pros of moving to Boca. Here's 5 cons of moving to Boca. And just make that video. Because you got to think, what's the stats say? It's like 95% of people go online before ever talking to an agent. So they're wanting to know what's your area like, what's, what's the good, the bad, the ugly, the indifferent of living in your city. And so I've created a lot of videos about that. One of the ones that has done the best for me is 10 things I wish I knew before I moved to Myrtle Beach. And people who are moving are going to click in and watch that video all the way through. And it's amazing the number of people who then reach out and communicate with me about that video.
So do you need like this fancy equipment? Can you use a phone? You know what? I think a lot of times people get, they overcomplicate things, right? They're like, oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to say? What am I going to
What's my editing software?
Exactly. Don't worry about your editing software. Do it on the phone.
Yeah.
And post it to YouTube or post it to TikTok or post it to Instagram Live or IGTV.
And there's ways to get around all that stuff. You can hire somebody to do editing. See, the dogs are where they want to play.
They're so cute.
They are. I mean, if he's still here when show the dogs.
Wait.
Keep going. See, look, they're right there. Look, they're playing. They're having a big time. Sorry for the earthquake along the way. What'd you do, David? We lost all our comments too.
Oh, good.
We lost all the people. We broke it.
That's all right.
We're gonna fix it in a minute.
No, we're good.
But yeah, you're right. People overcomplicate things and try to make it more difficult than it can be. All you got to do is just start.
Right.
Even if you just grab your phone, hey, here's the 5 pros, here's the 5 cons of doing it. Kathy, here's the other thing I'll say. Do these videos and just put it on YouTube and just give it time. I have somebody who's kind of coaching me now with doing video on YouTube. And, I had a lot of really bad habits that I was doing on YouTube because I was trying to treat it like Facebook and like Instagram. And this is where I'm taking it and putting it everywhere and sharing it, and it didn't work. And she's like, listen, put it there, let it sit, let it marinate for 90 days. Just let it be and continually put stuff out once a week. Be consistent with it, and you'll see the results. Somebody, I can't compete with dogs.
No, listen, the dogs really like that comment. I got to tell you, our audience is really, really clapping, and the applause is earth-shattering, actually.
Earth-shattering with the dogs, too, yeah. They're into it. But, you got to just basically give it about 90 days, and it will No, there's lots of dogs here, Bert. There are dogs all throughout the hotel, actually. If you're consistent on doing it, and that'll probably be tip 3, be consistent with it.
Yeah.
But here's what happens a lot of times. David, I've done 3 videos, and I put them up, and they've been up now for a month, and I've not seen any business. Video doesn't work. I'm not wasting my time anymore on it. No, you gotta, to get something to know if it works or not, you need to commit 6 months at least to doing something, whatever it may be.
Yeah, agreed. When we look at like video itself and anything in marketing, it's all about consistency. So you have to prepare for this. You can't just wing it or whatever. You got to come up with it doesn't have to be a script, but it's got to be an outline and schedule them. So if you have 6 months in mind and you're going to do one a week, do one a week for 6 months. Schedule at least 3 months out and say, hey, I'm going to talk about this week. I'm going to talk about this week. And so you're organized. I mean, imagine knowing what video you're going to do next week. I mean, that's a huge thing.
Yeah, well, and here's the thing, too. You want to, on YouTube especially, you want to kind of have a strategy to what you're doing. Don't take what I used to call the shotgun approach. Well, let me just fire my shotgun and we'll see if we hit anything. You need to have something kind of planned out ahead of time. So like for me, I'm in Myrtle Beach. We're a market where it's people moving from out of the area. Nobody lives there local. And it's probably similar to what you got where, it's not a lot of people doing the buying up a larger, selling smaller. There's not a lot of it. It's people coming from New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Ohio. Right now, I don't know about if you've seen this, California. The Californians are coming in masses.
Yeah.
I think I have right now 5 of them that I'm working with, like over the next 2 months they're going to buy from California. But what I do is basically I've created 4 buckets, per se, of playlists that I'm going to try to feed every month, 1 video a month to it. So my first bucket is the pros and cons of living. And so I started by doing just the pros and cons of Myrtle Beach and the overall area. Then I'm breaking it down into the sub-cities, North Myrtle Beach, Garden City, Surfside, everything in the area. I'm going to do pros and cons of them, putting 1 out a month. So that's bucket 1, pros and cons. My second playlist then is things to do. There's people who are moving to the area. They don't know what's to do, what's not, what is. I just did a video last week that I put out. It's got 3,000 views already organically. I'm not paying to do this. And it's on.
By the way, I don't know if you've been on YouTube, but 3,000 views is like 60,000 views on Facebook.
yeah, exactly. Because here's the thing. People on Facebook, when they get the views, they get this false sense of accomplishments because they've shared it to 20 groups.
Right.
And all of their friends and family and grandma watched it 30 times a piece because all it takes is 3 seconds to count as a view in Facebook. Not a lot. And so even if I'm just scrolling and I stop for 2 seconds, boom, I've got a view. But the second one is that things to do. And I just did a video, 10 amazing things to do in Myrtle Beach outside in 2021. Nothing that's brand new or anything. It's just, here's amazing things you can do that's open and outside that you can do in a COVID world right now. and people are watching it left and right. So that's bucket 2 that I'm filling, is that things to do. Bucket 3 that I'm filling is neighborhoods, because people, especially like gated communities, and you probably have a lot of gated stuff down your way, people can't get through the gate. They have no idea what it looks like. You can become the instant expert, by just getting in there, driving around, taking a video, put some good music behind the thing, and send it live.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't. I think almost every one of my neighborhood videos I have is at least got 1,000 views or right around there now, because people can't get into these places. And so that's bucket 3 that I'm filling. And then my 4th bucket, which I just started to do, is something like what we're doing right here. YouTube has a live form as well that people are really liking, number 1, but YouTube is really, really pushing. Why? Because they want to compete with Facebook and Facebook Live. They want the viewers on their platform looking at it live. And so I'll do a live video once a month, probably. I usually do them on a Thursday night, and I do them at night, like 8 o'clock at night. And I'll sit down, do it for 60 to 90 minutes, and average 15 to 20 people that have tuned in and watched the thing, and they're asking the questions. And, basically I start the conversation. The last one I just did was new construction, because in our area, we're not in multiple offers on new construction yet. Mm-hmm. And so that's kind of the secret hidden spot where we can find a house for a buyer without having to fight with 30 other people, and did we win? Did we not? Did we have to put in an escalation? And we didn't have to do any of that. We just walk in the door and the builder says, hey, this house is $235. Do you want to buy it? Okay, great. That one's no longer available. And so, that's another thing that you can do that. And so I just did one on, here's, some new neighborhoods. I pulled up StreamYard like this, opened up my MLS in another screen, and I just went through the different cities and said, here's what's new in our area. What do you guys think of this? And as I was doing it, people would ask questions along the way. And it turned into a 90-minute conversation with people on YouTube I've never met. It wasn't all my realtor friends from around the country, which I love my RE/MAX friends and I love my realtor friends, but they're not buying in my neighborhood. They may send me a referral, which is awesome.
Right.
But I need the people that are buying too, because if I just rely on the referrals, my business is executive club every year.
Right. And, listen, there's, a lot of times, some people are just like, you know what, all I need is to make executive. Let's talk about this, because I've been walking around and people say, this person's, chairman, or this person's diamond, or whatever. And these are production levels based on, how much gross commissions you've earned. And the problem that most people think or look at, and you look at Gary Ashton even, the problem is they equate to making more money in the growing to working harder and longer, right? And that couldn't be further from the truth. Gary Ashton's walking around here, hasn't picked up his phone. He's with 2 dogs running around. He does $833 million in his team. Like you don't. It's about leverage.
I can guarantee you, Gary hasn't sold a house himself in probably 5 years.
Yeah,
at least.
Yeah,
if not more. He's got a team of 100, I think, agents plus in it. And the other thing is this too, that talking about the production levels and all that. I don't need to make chairman. Mm-hmm. I'd rather be able to have time to spend doing things with my family and friends. I need to just make enough to take care of what makes me have a happy life.
But
and do the things that I want to do.
But if I said, you know what, you could make chairman with the same hours and time that you're dedicating currently, you would say yes. And I think,
but maybe not, because we have a guy in our office who he's got a team, mm-hmm. and he made chairman. But then I see all the headaches you have of managing teams and all that. I like just being me.
Right.
And what's awesome with it is the people who are finding me through video, they wouldn't want a team member. Right. If you're coming to buy in Myrtle Beach and you've watched my videos for the last 2 years, every week you're watching and listening to everything I say, and like, hey, I'm coming to town, Jeremy, I'll be there April 15th. And I'll say, okay, great. I've set you up with my buyer's agent, Joe. You're going to feel let down.
Yeah, no, you're
instantly.
Absolutely right.
And if you don't even get to meet me or see me, are you going to feel annoyed and pissed off? Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so I'm trying to build my business to where I can make it 100%, 200, platinum club, something like that, and take care of everything and work smarter by getting these people through the YouTube that I don't have to work. Our company has a market leader site. Mm-hmm. I think I have one that's closing this week. It's the first one I've closed through my market leader in probably 3 years. And I have hundreds and hundreds of leads in there. And they are so time consuming and take so much. And so I'm trying to get to the point where I don't have to rely on market leader to supplement my business. I don't have to rely on this lead source. I don't have to pay that ugly Z place anything, which I never have and I never will. But I'm not going to do that. I don't have to pay realtor.com for leads. I don't have to call homes.com when they call me and take their call. Oh, you can add a deal to my business for the year?
Right.
No.
So,
I'm getting to the place now. I mean, literally, I was telling David right before we came on today. Well, I got kind of like them. What's going on with my head there?
You like that?
It's kind of the sun, I think.
It is the sun. That's all right.
Oh, it's really bright right in here, but it's all good. But I was telling David right before we jumped on, last night I got a call, and I didn't answer because we were networking, and I was out at dinner. And, that's one of the things, too, that just a side note. When you're out with people at dinner or something, nothing annoys me more than when you see this the whole time, everybody there. Just be in the moment with people. You make better.
My wife tells me that all the time. I really need to work on that.
Yeah. Well, one of the things.
Sorry, Samantha.
One of the things we used to do when I go out with a group of people is all the cell phones went into the center table. We sat them all there. You should do this when you go out with your group. Are you going out tonight with your group?
Wednesday night.
Wednesday. Have everybody put their cell phone in the middle of the table. The first person who grabs their cell phone has to pay the bill for everyone. I bet you will have the most amazing conversations at dinner.
Yep.
With it.
I love it. No, I love it.
Sorry, that was a little rant.
Now you got to convince Brian Bowles. Who's actually walking down here? Hey, Brian, come here for a sec. Come here for a second. So, Jeremy had a great suggestion.
Yeah.
So when we go out for
I should get plugs.
So when we go out for dinner on Wednesday night,
Yes.
we're all
Steakhouse
right.
on you.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We're all gonna put the phones in the middle, and the first one to pick up the phone has to pay the bill.
Oh, that would be me. Yeah. I would lose that one. Yeah.
So Brian's buying dinner is what he's saying.
Russian roulette with phones. Yeah.
But you know that when you get in the moment with the people you're with
It is.
instead.
Yeah.
But
I love it. But remember, that's 9 p.m. Don't worry about it.
9 p.m. I'll be in bed again.
No.
Dave texted me at 10 last night, everyone. So where are you? And I'm snoring. Yeah.
I was out till about 1.
See you in a half hour.
Yep.
You wearing shorts?
I'm wearing this.
Are we live right now?
Yeah, we're live, and I have a shirt for you.
Oh, cool.
I have this shirt.
Cool.
Right.
Bye, Jeremy.
But so back to what I was getting to before I went on that little rant. My people that contact me now, the one that called me last night when I was at dinner, he said, "Hey, my name is." Oh yeah, we need to get back to this too. We need a new bid. We're at about.
We need a new bid. Listen, we are bidding on Kristen Long. She is a 10, as she is self-proclaimed. We are bidding for Children's Miracle Network. The bid right now is $103. We need to bid it up to $125. Can any viewers out there will do $125? $125 goes to Children's Miracle Network.
Well, and here's the thing. Listen, I've given you enough information in this little bit of time that's worth way more than the $125. So
100%.
We need to make the bid on that. But what I was starting to say is, while I'm at dinner last night, sorry, I went on that rant. I apologize.
No, all good.
That's what happens when
Listen, that's what we do,
It's when you have 3 hours of sleep. That's what happens. But while I was at dinner last night, I get a call from a gentleman. He says, "Hey, my name is, I don't know, Bob or something from California. I've been watching your stuff on YouTube. Can you give me a call back? I want to buy in your area. I'm looking for something $1 to $2 million. My average price point is $225,000.
So that's 5 times your average.
That's
to
more
start.
To start, yeah.
Wow.
And here's the thing. I don't have to worry about him calling next Ryan in my office or calling Bob down the street or Century 21 or anything. I don't have to be like, listen, I work with RE/MAX. We're the best on the beach. We're the greatest people. You don't have to do anything like that. I just have to call him back and say, "Hey, Mark, it's Jeremy. How are you? Man, so awesome to hear from you."
And they're not calling you based on RE/MAX. They're not calling you based on your brand. They're calling you based on the content that you've delivered to that consumer. So it's almost like you're talking to that consumer without ever meeting or knowing or
Exactly.
really discussing it. Right?
Exactly. You know, and that's funny you brought that up because there's another gentleman in Myrtle Beach who's doing a lot of video. And I've had the last 2 contracts that I've written said the same thing to me. You know, we used to watch that other guy in the area who did video, but then we started to see your stuff show up and we just connected with you better because you have a fun, your personality seems like you're a lot of fun and you know what you're talking about. And we really appreciate it. Unlike that other guy, we felt like we went to the principal's office, you know, and so let your personality come out. And I'm sure there's people who love going to his principal's office and doing that stuff. But a lot of them are coming to me now and saying, hey, man, we found you and you seem like you're more fun. So just be yourself would be tip probably number 4. Are we at 4, I think, or 5?
5 now, I think.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's
5.
the 5th bucket.
Well, it's not a bucket. That's just a tip.
That's 4 buckets, 5 tips.
There you go. We're working on it. Yeah. But, you know, just be yourself, you know, and you're going to see good results. Now, the other thing that I would say is this, and I'm talking just about YouTube, really. I love Facebook. I'm on it all the time. Y'all can find me on there. Trust me, I'm on a lot. Not quite as much as you, but you know, got to go sell houses once in a while.
Oh, that's overrated.
Yeah, it's truth. Truth will set you free. But when you're doing videos,
Don't leave me, Lori. Don't leave me. What?
Sorry, we have this happen. 4 buckets, 5 tips. Yeah.
Oh, it's on.
We're on right now. You want to come join us? Come on.
Yeah.
No, we're on now. You can find us. Good morning. 4 buckets, 5 tips. There we go. Yeah. So another tip that I was
Just
saying.
so you know, before we go, this is Kristen Long. It's up to $103. Anyone? You bid?
125.
How much? We're at 103. You can do 105. What? We're at $103 right now.
Yeah, what she's saying is it's going to be up to 203.
We're auctioning.
We're auctioning it. It's auction.
Auctions you. We've already had 100.
Yes.
It's that $5 extra. It's catching.
105.
We're at 105 now. We have made it to 105. But sorry, going back to what we were talking about here, discussion-wise on this stuff, focusing in on YouTube. One of the things that you want to really make sure on your YouTube videos is make sure, number 1, your title. You gotta have a sexy, catchy title. So, like, I could have just said things to do outside in Myrtle Beach or things to do in Myrtle Beach, but because I said 10 awesome, I used the call to action word, awesome, something that's going to evoke emotion in the people, awesome things to do outside in 2021, and made it seem like, hey, this is a new relevant thing. It got more views. So make your title sexy. And the other thing, which is super, super important, is you need to have super catchy, super sexy video thumbnails. You know,
Oh, interesting. So,
it is super. I don't know. Have you ever seen Mr. Beast?
no.
Okay, Mr. Beast is a huge YouTuber. I don't know if anybody else has ever seen YouTube on YouTube, Mr. Beast. You'll understand this. He's got 50 million subscribers to his channel. Every single video he puts out has basically at least 20 to 30 million views every single time. Now, he's doing some crazy stuff, but he spends as much time on making the thumbnail as he does on editing the whole entire video.
Interesting.
And his videos are elaborate and a lot to him. But he'll spend a week making a thumbnail. And he will critique it and make it and change and make all these iterations to him. So you got to put some time into that and not just whatever YouTube. Because here's the thing: if you let YouTube get it, this is what you end up with a face.
Yep.
All right. So take time to make one. You know, some of the ones I've made have my face on them. Some of the ones I made don't have me on it. They basically rate about the same performance-wise. So you want to make sure that you have that real clickable thumbnail with it. And here's the other thing: you can put some words on it, but you don't need to repeat the title.
Right.
So I didn't need to say 10 awesome things to do outside. Here, actually, let me see. I think I have a picture of it. I'll see if we can show you. I don't know if it'll show up well here, but we'll try.
So in the meantime, listen, we kidnapped Kristen Long. We are bidding. The bid is $105 right now. So we are doing $5 increments. So do I hear $110? Listen, this is for Children's Miracle Network. There are kids that are in dire need of, our donations, and we support Children's Miracle Network because these kids, are faced with some really, really huge challenges that we're grateful that
It's
we're
for the
helping.
babies.
Yeah, it's
Just
for the
do it.
babies. Yep.
But we also have the other one,
So
$250.
this is, if
We're
you
looking-
want the big one,
Now, look, just in comparison, let me hold.
look at.
We have all kinds of signatures and stuff on the back. Look, you can have giant Kristen.
So this is 105, and this is 250. Who wants this for 250?
She might need a little bit of a Botox injection on her chin here, unfortunately.
It's dropping a little low.
I don't know.
That might actually brought her down from a 10 to an 8.
I think at least she's still a 9.
We're going 9, Kristen. Sorry.
I'm giving you 9.5. But yes, we need some bids on these things for sure.
Yeah, listen. If you've learned, Jeremy's been, he's been in video for a while now. He's given you a lot of tips. Talked about buckets. He's going to give you a thumbnail. You've created a oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I love it.
And so this one wasn't as difficult to make, but it does the point. And if you look at it, actually, just the smallest thing of adding the mask onto the sign,
Yep.
makes it a whole different clickable thing that people are like, oh, this is something COVID-friendly things. I need to watch it. Some other things you can do is put just a stupid red arrow.
Right.
Like I did one on waterway communities, and I just a picture of the waterway, and I just put an arrow that pointed at a house that was along. It was not even one of the neighborhoods I was talking about, but because I put an arrow, it takes the click rate up a bunch.
That's awesome. So you guys have to have learned quite a bit on this Breakfast with the Broker. Please message me, text me. We're closing the bidding by tomorrow at noon, probably somewhere on there, noon. So it's at $105 right now, and $250 for the big head. So we appreciate it, Jeremy. I can't thank you enough for coming here. Hopefully, viewers learned a lot about video, about YouTube, about thumbnails, about buckets and 5 tips and pros and cons of your area and all of that. We certainly appreciate all our viewers and
Kathy
coming
learned.
on. Yeah, no, Kathy's awesome. She really does a great job down in South Florida as well,
Yes.
and she's killing it with video as well. So hopefully she takes your tips and brings it to a whole nother level.
When Kathy makes her first commission, she's going to make a big donation to CMN.
Yes, she is. So you hear that, Kathy? So for your first YouTube lead conversion goes ahead and a big CMN donation. So we appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Live from R4 Video Summit. We live from R4 Video Summit parody. We're
Yes.
gonna do a parody. You want to dance now? Can we be like social savvy Jesse?
Well, we did go 45 minutes like Jesse did.
So
45 minutes that time, Jesse. I still haven't forgotten about it. I have nightmares about it at times.
You got 8 minutes. How many
No,
more
I didn't.
minutes?
No, I didn't even get 8 minutes. I got like 3. I was like, okay, we're going to have to condense this down because Jesse went 45 when you were supposed to go 10 or 15.
That's awesome. So thanks again. Thanks, Michael Thorne. Thanks, Jesse Peters. We miss you guys over at R4.
Yeah, we should say that.
Well,
If you're looking for help in video,
Yep.
you should check out. There's Remax Play.
Yep.
There's also RE.
Well, remember, this isn't just Remax. So this is Revs Nation.
Right, and I was going to say there's also RE Video Studio
Mhm.
that Jesse and Michael run. They do video boot camps all around the world. And it's something you've actually done the boot camp, right?
I did the mini one. I didn't do the full on.
But if you're looking for help in that, those are some great places to start. And it'll help you get your foot off the ground on the right way. There's people in there that can help you if you need help with equipment or editing or whatever you may need help with, there's going to be people there to help you with it as well.
Yep.
So check those out as well.
3 years ago, Jesse and Michael were the inspiration for the show. So shout out to them. Hope they're good in Canada, eh? And we'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks, Jeremy. Thanks, all the viewers. And send those bids in now. If you learn something, send them in now.